I left IBM in this time frame here, retired, but nobody knew what all those transistors were doing. Long since could anybody understand what the circuitry was. You design what you wanted this to do. You want the keyboard to function, you want the screen to function. There were circuitry that was already designed, that's been incorporated in there. And that's how you get to 10 billion chips.
And who's doing that design work?
It's being done on large, very large computers.
By Intel engineers, basically?
Yeah,
chip
Intel. That's in this country, that's what our business is design.
Yeah.
We do have some production facilities. There's a big one in New York.
Right.
They call them foundries today. Basically, they run a piece of silicon through, and they don't even know what's on it. The customer says, I want this on it. They supply the
So it's gotten to the point like that where the customer says, I want these functions.
Yep.
And out comes their chip.
And out comes their chip.
Via the computer itself, doing the whole work. So you saw an amazing thing happen over your career.
Today, you probably all seeing this with 3D printing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We're making parts for airplanes today that are impossible to make. We're making solid objects that are hollow inside that have support structures. The blades on the turbine engines that GE makes, they're hollow, and they have web inside so that they don't resonate, so that they're strong, but they're much lighter, and they save 30% on fuel because they don't have this weight that's spinning, that's compressing the air. No way you could make that. How would you machine out the inside of a piece of titanium? So you print it layer by layer, and then you fuse the titanium together, and you make a solid object.
And they went to the moon with the computing power of our phone.
Not even that.
Less than that.
Oh, wow.
One of my very first projects was the Apollo computer.
Get out.
It was called the 4-pi computer for some silly reason. It was about that big. It could store 1,200 characters. 1,200 characters.
Wow.
That's just a few pages.
Let's see. I don't have my keys with me today, but I have a 8 gigabyte memory on it. I was in a task force back in the 60s of how much memory would we need. The whole group together, and a lot of very high level research physicists said, you know, maybe 1 billion for the whole world. On 1 billion bytes, you can store everything that's in the Library of Congress, every piece of writing that has ever been recorded, right? But you can't put pictures and movies.
Right.
And somebody said, gee, maybe we ought to put a movie on there, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And today, I mean, we have a cash register over there. It's about 10 years old. It has an SD card, a chip in it. Okay. It will not work with anything bigger than a 2 gigabyte chip. I had to go and plead with people to give up old chips out of their cameras because nobody makes one that small anymore.
Right.
And I wanted to have some spares in case, you know, one of these burned out. I didn't want to lose the whole bunch.
A 16 gigabyte USB drive now, it's like $10.
Yeah.
No, they give them away. They give them away as promotions.
Yeah, it's got advertising.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
We had an Apple II.
Those, by the way, are all rejects from the big stuff. Because when you make them much bigger, and then there are parts that don't work, you just burn them out.
And
you just cleave it off.
And that's how you can get them for
So those are the trimmings.
We had an Apple II that was 48K.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We went to Colorado to visit family, and they had bought a Macintosh that was 1 unit.
Yeah.
128K. We had no idea why they needed so much memory. 128K.
That's all just our business office. If you're looking for the men's room, it's down the hall.
You can't even turn the thing on for 128K.
On the left.
Fascinating, thank you.